everyone. So I know we already have one series going, but I think I'm going to start up another series like while I'm doing my zodiac series, just because I always find looks on Pinterest and I always want to do them, and then I'm like, well, then I feel bad because I'm copying everyone's stuff. But I was just thinking about it, then I was like, I can kind of make this into like a little series, as long as, you know, like I tell you guys where the post is. And but that was kind of my thinking behind it. I was like, why not just do videos on it, because it would be a pretty cool series to do. So this is one that like I can just kind of do it, like I won't end it, it'll kind of be like a thing that I just do. I reckon we should do this one. Okay, so I've decided we're gonna do this one. My blue liner isn't gonna be like that. I'm just gonna use what I have, so obviously like I'm gonna change it up a little bit. I'm gonna go do my brows off of camera and I'll be right back. Definitely gonna use my new ColourPop primer. I will link my ColourPop one brand tutorial down below. It was pretty much like a full face to first impressions as well. I really like the stuff. I just need to go wet a sponge, so let me just go wet my sponge and I'll be back. Okay, so I wet my sponge. The foundation I'm using today is the ColourPop No Filter foundation. This is in the shade Light 60. I actually really quite like this. This is a little bit dark. It matches my face and my chest pretty good. I'm just going to start with that and then I'll add more as I need. I know this foundation looks very dark at the moment. It's like my NARS. Once I blend it down to my chest, it looks okay. So you can see now that I've blended it right down to my neck, it actually kind of does match. So moving on to concealer, I am going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is in the shade Light 10. It's sort of more yellowy, which I like for underneath my eyes, and you really don't need that much. And I'm also going to use this as my eye primer today. I'm just going to add a tiny bit to my nose, not too much. Just blending that out with my sponge. Forehead is definitely very highlighted. My skin looks so smooth. I definitely see where they got the name No Filter Concealer and No Filter Foundation. So for my under eyes, I'm going to use the ColourPop one as well. I know I'm using a lot of ColourPop at the moment, but I actually really do like all the stuff that I got and I tried. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I'm not actually going to bake with this. I'm not a huge fan of baking. I don't know, I'm just not. And then I'm just going to dip my brush in and just tap that underneath my eyes. I really do like this powder, especially for under the eyes. It works so well. It is amazing. As you can see, it's just a really nice, even coverage. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think it's so good. And I am going for more of a natural base today as well, so that's why I didn't add as much, because I just feel I don't really need it at the moment. I do have a lot of blackheads and stuff, but that's fine. I restocked up on my favourite face powder, so I'm just going to go grab that and I'll be back. Okay, so the face powder that I'm using today is my Australis Fresh and Flawless Pressed Powder, and this is in the shade Natural. If you guys have been watching me from the start, you guys know that I love this powder. So I'm just taking my Hourglass powder brush. This will add a little bit of extra coverage and also set the foundation in place. Oh, I miss this powder so much. I might now do my eyes. I will zoom you guys in just so you guys can see. Okay, so now that you guys are all zoomed in and we're right up in each other's business, so I'm just going to go in again with the ColourPop concealer, and I'm just going to put a little bit. That's going to be way too much, but that's okay. So I'm just blending that out with my sponge, and I am just making sure to bring that right up to my brow bone. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the original Shine palette. The reason why I'm using this palette is because she has the two shades that I need for this look. Okay, the first shade that I'm going to take is, she calls it Clarity in the Remix palette. It's just the bone white shade in this palette, and I'm just going to use that just to set all this. Obviously very different and artistic, but it's simple as such. Like, it's not a lot of work. Like, it's two eyeshadows and a liner and that's it. I don't think I'm going to do the blue freckles that she has. Maybe if I can find like a blue eyeshadow, I might use it. I don't know. I'm going to take a brush that already has black on it, and I'm just going to wipe it off a little bit, just because the black she's got on, it isn't like a vibrant black. Like, it's kind of like a... So I'm going to use this shade. She calls it Silhouette in the Remix palette. It is like a black shade, but it's not like uber dark. It's not like a dark black. It's kind of more like a washy black, which is what I want for this look. So the way she's got it is it's kind of in her crease, so you guys can see now that you're all zoomed up. So it's in her crease and stuff like that. So I'm going to be applying this colour through the crease and up to a wing to my brow, and then down to here and underneath my eye a little bit. think that's how I'm going to do it. Just taking a very light hand at first to just sort of map where I want this colour to go. It will deepen it up, but I just want to match the two together first. I'm also going to blend this up further than my crease so that I can draw the blue line above my crease. So then that way when my eyes are open, you'll still see the crease. That's what I want, still see the blue. And I'm going to bring that right across. It looks like she has filled in this bit too. Like she hasn't just left it like empty like that. So I'm just going to map it out on the other side first and then we'll come back to it. So what I think I might do is I'm going to deepen it all up first, make all of this darker, and then I will bring the brush down with the excess on it to here and just kind of buff that. Okay, that's it so far. I'm going to go in with a different black shade to actually make it darker because it's not dark enough. I'm just going to first deepen up this side, match it. Alright, I'm going to just wipe off this brush and grab my Australis Neutralize palette. I use this in my most recent Get Ready With Me, and I'm using the black that I actually used in that video, which is this one just here. And I'm actually going to take a different brush just because it's a little bit more compact. So I'm taking this sort of, it's a bit more like flattened, squashed, it's tapered, it's a lot smaller so I can get in there for detail. So I can really just pack it in that crease. So I'm going to be taking that black shade and just pack that on this brush. I'm using a light hand but a lot of colour, but I'm just slowly intensifying it. I'm just going back in with that other brush just to blend it. Just doing the same to the other eye. Just going to run a little bit of this underneath my eye as well. Again, being very careful because it's black and I don't want to get it down my face. Now comes the fun part and the difficult part. So the blue liner I'm using, like I said, it's not going to be as intense as hers, and I feel like she's probably put some Photoshop on that to make that a little bit more intense, which you know is fine. Yeah, so the liner I'm using today is the Bourjois Paris Liner Loving. It is in the shade 83 Electro Blue. So she's kind of cut her crease and then made a wing but not actually drawn a line across. So we're kind of just going to go pretty much in the middle of where that black is. I'm not going to talk now, and I'll probably speed it up. I hope I don't cut myself out too much for you guys so you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm definitely going to make the line thicker, but I've at least mapped it out, which is the good thing. So now I'm just going to go back in and make the line a little bit thicker. That looks so cool. It definitely looks different to hers. Like I said, I don't have as bright of a blue. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye. I'm going to do this one off of camera just to save a little bit of time. Okay, so I just did like all my lashes and liner off of camera. I obviously didn't do like a black wing liner. I just added, oh god, that's horrible, isn't it? I did just add like a black liner. I'm going to ignore the fact that it's horrible. My lashes are big enough to cover it. So yeah, I just added like a thin line just to kind of give a little bit more depth to my lashes. I feel like it definitely helped. God, that's really bugging me. I'm also just going to highlight a few places. She has like a little bit of blue here. I'm not going to do that. I'm not that game. She's got like a very nice white gold colour. So I'm going to take this one. This one's called Holy Grail. This is still from the same original Chanel XO palette. And I'm just going to highlight my inner corner with this, just because it is very reflective. I might even put my old ColourPop highlighter on it, just because I feel like it's even more silver and reflective. Okay, so this is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighter. This is in the shade Flexitarian, and I'm really loading this up on there. And then I'm also just going to apply a little bit of this under the brow bone. This is actually a really pretty look. I really like it. I am happy that I went with like a darker blue, even though it was just what I had in my collection. I think I like the darker blue rather than the lighter blue. Obviously what she used is very much more contrasty, whereas mine's more subtle, but I do like it. It's very, very cool. It's very different. I'm going to use my Maybelline Master Contour Contouring Kit. This is in the shade Medium 20 Deep, and I'm going to use the contour shade as my bronzer just because I can't actually use it as a contour, but it's a really nice bronzer shade for me. So just putting that all over my cheeks, my temples, my forehead, sort of on the outskirts, and a little bit down on my jawbone as well. There you go. You can already see I'm starting to look less washed out on camera, and I'm not actually that bronzed in real life, so just a little bit on my nose. I'm trying not to rub anything too hard on my nose just because of like the separating and stuff that's been happening. Now I'm going to go in with my Australis Take Me On Tour Contouring and Highlighting Kit, and I'm taking shade number 3. I'm just taking that on a contour fan brush. This one's by BYS, I think. And just focusing that in the hollows of my cheeks and my temples. I have no idea what lip colour I'm going to do with this look. And then going in with a smaller brush, I'm going to contour my nose. And now I'm going to just use my bronzer brush to blend it. I think what I'm going to do for highlight today is I'm going to take my CoverFX Custom Enhancer Drops in the shade Moonlight, and I'm just going to add a tiny dot just to apply like a little bit of a wet base. And then I'm going to put another highlighter on top of it to make it more my skin tone. I'm just going to use my sponge, just using the very tip just to blend that out. It's very reflective, but that's what I want. I want it to be really reflective. I'm going to take my Flexitarian highlighter, and a lot of it, and I'm just going to buff that on top. What this will do is, number 1, the highlighter underneath will make this stick to it, and it will also help disguise the fact that my highlighter is a little bit too dark because I've just put a lighter one on top. And now I am very highlighted, but I like it. I'm just going to add a little bit of my brow bone and Cupid's bow. I just think the real like icy silver really complements that blue really beautifully. I really like that. It looks pretty. So just highlighting my nose, and that is it. Now we just have the lip colour to do. Okay, so that is the end of this video. It's not the perfect lip colour for this look, but it's kind of the best thing that I could find by mixing the colours together. But oh, I didn't add any blush. Let me just quickly add some blush. I think I'm going to go in with a nice deep plummy colour. I think maybe this one. I'm going to go in with this one on the end here. Not too much. Just a little, just a very, very soft tap of it. That is now the completed look. I really am happy with the way it turned out. I know we didn't have all the perfect colours to mimic it exactly, but pretty happy with it. Like, I actually really quite like her eyes. I like my eyes. I like that they're different and stuff like that. But yeah, I am really happy with the way this look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely stay tuned because I definitely think I'm going to make this into a series. There's just so many looks on Pinterest that are amazing that I want to recreate. I think it's nice to give out some inspiration to people and to also, you know, do these videos, and I would love for other people to create my makeup. That's awesome. I will find this on Pinterest on my computer. We'll actually leave a link down below for you so you guys can actually go to it. I'll also leave a link to my Pinterest if you want to follow any boards or anything like that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe down below and click the bell next to it so that you will always know when I'm posting. And yeah, like this video if you enjoyed it, and comment down below if you like the idea of this series. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
I wonder what went wrong today, eh? Why do I feel like I linger between the words to say, eh? To say the words to remember.